Fish Fools, Jeff here. So this is the first look at my new 29-gallon aquarium setup with Sailfin Mollies and Swordtails. And I don't know if you noticed what was just happening there, but so I was just watching this tank from across the room, and I noticed the fish were darting across the tank. And I saw that they were chasing baby fish, and just now they were just doing that. If you could have noticed that, but yeah. So there is new molly fry. So I have this water sprite floating at the top here, and a couple of them seem to have made it to the safety of the cover of this plant. So there's one right here. There's one swimming over here. It's right over here. Swimming under the submersible light, wherever it went. Well, wherever that one went. There's one right here. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Right there. One right there. And if they're still over here, I saw a few. There it is. Under here. There was another one. It's not there anymore. Well, in this breeder box, I also have swordtail babies. So if you saw my last video when I got all these fish on Tuesday, the swordtails in the bag, the female dropped babies. So I decided to just put them in this breeder box. And when I took the fish out, the parents out, or the mother and the male, there were 9 swordtail fry, and right now there are 6 that are still alive 5 days later. Not that they got eaten, but I guess some of them just perished. I think there's a dead one in the corner there. We're gonna have to try to clean that out. But yeah, so now I think I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna try to round up a few of these molly fry and put them in that breeder box. At least try to raise them a little bit until they can grow enough to not get eaten, and I'll release them. I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, so I don't know which female molly is the mother. Like, I'm not seeing any drop out of anyone in particular. They just seem to be, when I notice the fry, they just seem to appear out of nowhere. I mean, it could be one or even more than one of the females. There's 3 female mollies in here. I'm guessing it's that one anyway, because she seems to be getting the most attention of the other fish. That's the new male that I got yesterday. I went back to my local fish store yesterday because they were having their 41st anniversary sale this weekend. So I got that male, I got some fish food, some frozen bloodworms, some little piece of dragonstone that I intend to use in this tank, and another couple of guppies. I'll show you those guppies another time. But yeah, so I have 3 female mollies, 3 sailfin mollies, and 2 male sailfin mollies. Those are the 2 males right here. So let's see if they can show their sail fins, which are pretty awesome. This female right here kind of looks like a goldfish or goldfish coloring, but I dig the pattern of her dorsal fin. This female is just kind of plain, but even a little bit of markings on the dorsal fin are pretty cool. And then there's that female. And the males sort of have a little bit of, you know, this one, well, it's orange, but all like the little tiny bits of bluish looking colors, like certain angles in the light. There goes the sail fin. Oh, is that a fry over there? Right there. None of the adults seem to notice it yet. Alright, yeah, so it's my new 29-gallon setup, aquarium setup. Just have the sponge filter in here for now. This is not the one I intend to use for this tank, but that's the one I just had that sponge was in another tank, so using that because it should have some ammonia eating bacteria on it. And this rock I took out of another 10-gallon, has some algae on it, and just for should have, you know, bacteria on it too, beneficial bacteria. And this thermometer, I mean, this has algae on it, same deal. And part of the reason why I even, you know, using the breeder box, because that comes from another tank that has, you know, just the surface area in a established tank. So, you know, so it's been 5 days since this tank has been set up, and you know, the fish seem to be doing okay. And now this dude is just kind of laying low, but he was just swimming around nice and active. And here's some mystery snails. Here's one in action right here. This is the one I already had that I got a few weeks ago. And at the same time when I got most of these fish, I got a couple other mystery snails, one there and one over in the corner here. Those other two seem to be in nap mode. But yeah, so far I just put this for plants, just put some water Sprite in here. But I'm planning on taking a bit of a different approach with this tank compared to, say, my 30-gallon planted Liberia community tank. Is that tank is really loaded, heavily planted, but with all those plants is less swimming area. So I've actually been just enjoying watching the fish swim around in this tank, just so much open area. But, you know, I'm going to add more plants, but I'm going to try to, I'm not going to do it as heavily planted. I'm definitely not going to put any Java moss in here or any Ricciafluitans, and I'm going to try my best to keep duckweed out of it. But one of the first things I'm going to do is try the bulb plant bulbs that I got like Petco and PetSmarts. I got mine at Petco, but they both sell little packages that have bulbs of crinums, aponegitans, and water lilies. So I'm going to try to grow some of those in here, and I think I'll get some other stem plants. I'll probably end up putting Java fern and Nubius in here too, and I'd like to try either jungle bell or dwarf sagittaria. And yeah, so for now I just put in this submersible LED light. This is the one I originally had in my 10-gallon wild guppy and pea puffer tank until I got a new Beamswork light for that. And I actually did just buy the same type of Beamswork light for this tank. So I got it's a 29 gallon, so it's 30 inches. So I got a 30-inch Beamswork light. I bought one that has, the same model on that I just got for that other 10-gallon tank that has white and blue LED lights. And then I also bought another 30-inch Beamswork light that's a full spectrum that also has a few red and green LED lights. So I just received those a couple days ago. So I think I'm gonna make a video comparing the two and just see how they are. So, I'll decide on using whichever one I'll use on this tank, but then I'm gonna end up having another light. So I think I'm just gonna use that for a 20-gallon tank, because this is on a dual stand. So I'm going to put the 20-gallon up here. I'll use the other Beamswork light on that. So then, I'm just going to set up another tank. I was going to stop at... This is my 10th tank right here, this 29-gallon, and I was going to try to... Up until now, I was going to try to keep it under 10, but now this is number 10, and what the hell, it's already 10, might as well make it 11, so I'm going to set up that the 20-gallon on top of this. That's MTS for you. Multi-tank syndrome. Yeah, so for this tank, this is primarily to be the Sailfin, Molly, and Swordtail tank. There's a fry. Whoop. Just got noticed by that adult. Yeah, so I got the pineapple swordtails. There's the male right there. So they're kind of small, so they have some growing to do. Like the female, it's old enough to have babies, but I think when she gets bigger, she'll have more at a time. So I don't know, there were 9 in the bag. They probably ate some when they were born, and she could have dropped some before she was put into the bag when I got her. So, but yeah, it was only 9 there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do with this tank also, I'm going to add some corydoras. Every tank should have some corydoras in my opinion. So I have 8 panda cories in another tank. I'm going to move them over here. And I think I'm going to get harlequin rasboras. So I actually have 1 already. So I think I'm going to get another 6 or so. So I think it'd be cool to have some of those. Yeah, so this is tank number 10, and this is going to be, or it is now, and is going to remain that way, to be the only tank that I have set up that will not have guppies. So, one of the reasons for that is guppies and mollies can actually crossbreed, and they'll have their babies would be muppies or gollies or whatever you'd want to call them. But I guess they would be any offspring they can breed, but their babies wouldn't be able to breed when they grow up, so they're sterile. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep guppies out of this tank. All right. Well, that's enough rambling for now. All right. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.